What up, everybody? What up? What up? We back.
Yeah,
Here's a special episode. Whistle Game Podcast, Hypecast, with my man, Hype Man himself, DJ Hype Man 49.
yeah. What up, man? Whistle Gang in the building. Let's get it.
Man, this episode we're gonna discuss what else? Our season. Preseason's over. It's time to get into season talk. The highs, the lows, everything of the season. We're gonna give you everything you need to know about 49er season next. What up, man? Listen, man, it's your boy Ferb. We here, special episode, man, season preview. And I'm joined by my brothers, man. I miss my brothers. You could say this is like our official season 2 kickoff episode with a special guest. But man, my brothers is with me finally. I know I've done like 3 or 4 episodes by myself. I think P might have been on one, but let's go to the best dress, man. Welcome back, my brother. Where you been? What's been going on? I've been having everybody send prayers for you and your family. Like, give us a quick update, man, on the off season. What's been happening, man?
Oh man, it's been Leo season. We just finished Leo season, so as an epitome of the Leos, we went super hard out here in the street, man. I lost my favorite loved one. My grandmother passed during the Leo season, so that was a little tough on me. So I kind of been all to the side. So I appreciate the prayers. I appreciate the flowers at the funeral, the whole nine. But it's football time. She want me to be here. She a big 49er fan herself. So hopefully we got some extra wings and some guardian angels to make sure we lead ourselves to that Super Bowl this year. So I'm with it. Let's get it.
Absolutely. All right. P, welcome back. What's up, P?
What's up, my brothers?
P is always the late one. P, get on late.
Of course.
I'm putting you out there, P. I'm putting you out there.
Hey, I'm here though. I might be late, but I'm here, baby. You know it.
Welcome, man. Anything you want to say?
Hey, man, I'm just happy. We getting this. Everybody's here today, so I've been seeing doing your little solo shows and stuff like that. Hey, it's okay, Ralph. You got Bobby and you got Ronnie DeVoe back here with you today. Ralph, you ain't got to go on the stage by yourself. So we here, baby. We're gonna make this show live. We're gonna give the people what they want. We got a special guest. Shanoa, prayers to you and the family always, brother. And let's do it.
Hype man, what's up, baby?
Whistle Gang, what's going on, brothers? Oh
yes,
man,
sir. What's up?
Oh man, I'm out of my Super Bowl funk. Okay, like we all are. You know what I mean? I ain't want nothing to do with sports for like since the Super Bowl ended, man. I just been looking at the 49er logo, and I just like crying, man. But I'm all right now. I'm ready to go.
You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Hey, we got some drama to shake off though, but hey, we ready though. But this drama is just aggravating every off season.
Yeah,
correct. Being ready to go. My first question to right back to you, Hype man. Will we see BA and Trent in uniform week 1? Like, are they gonna be in uniform week 1?
So I'm gonna tackle BA first. I feel like we definitely will see BA by week 1. And I've been saying this all off season. The one contract that they was waiting to get in place got in place today, and that was CD Lamb. I think.
You think CD Lamb? You think it has something to do with BA? I don't think so.
I think they're able to properly grade him between CD Lamb and let's say the level from my man from Detroit, St. Brown. Okay? Mm-hmm. He gonna fall somewhere in between that range. You get what I'm saying? they can't give him CeeDee Lamb money, but they're going to give him way more than Brown, right? If you look at CeeDee Lamb's contract, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you the key thing for this contract is the 4th year. They put the framework to show you how to give him guaranteed money in his 4th year. So I think you're not going to see the exact numbers like CeeDee, but you're going to see his contract structured and break down like how CeeDee's probably just broke down. That's what they was waiting for. I believe VA will be there. And then as far as Trent Williams, I let you go first. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I want you to go Trent.
As far as Trent Williams, I think he will be ready by week 1, but I don't think he'll play till week 2. I know the silverback gorilla he always works out away from the team very well, but you still got to get your reps in, right? You still got to get that practice in. You know what I mean? You got new players on your team. You got new old linemen out there with you, so you got to know how each part works with you, right? So I think if he does play week 1, I'll be hyped. You know what I'm saying? But I think he'll be ready by week 2. They'll figure out the guaranteed money that's holding his contract back. They'll get that together because as you see, we need him. Like, you know what I mean? So if he ain't ready by week 1, I say week 2.
No, what's up, man?
Yeah. That's an interesting complex. I think I see it opposite. I think we have a better chance of having Trent week 1 than we do have AB. I think it was a positive piece to see AB travel to Vegas for the final preseason game. I think that was a positive, and we're going in the right direction. It tells you that AB wants to be a part. I mean, BA wants to be BA wants to be a part of the team. BA expects to be a Niner week 1, week 2, week 3. I just think we have a better chance of getting Trent on the field before we do BA. I do think that the CeeDee Lamb contract explosion today only hurt our argument, right? I think I think the Niners underbidded their hand when they looked at this. We had opportunity to have BA signed, months ago at $22 million a year. Mm-hmm. Now we up in $30 million a year. And I think it's some writing on the wall. If we get this deal done, it's going to be a lot of moving parts come end of the season. And when we had a chance, I mean, we didn't fumble this ball or drag our feet with this one. We could have had BA under contract at $22 million a year before the wide receiver market exploded. So I think we do have a better chance of having Trent on the field, because I think Trent may be the plug and play for us. I think, as old as Trent is in dog years, or in football years, I think he can probably step onto the field and be able to play, those 40, 50 snaps without a whole lot of repetition. Some of the calls are probably still the same. Some of the protections are still the same. And I think a lot of times we're getting him a one-on-one that, hey, at the end of the day, we're going to slide right and you got whoever's the end left. So his responsibility will be way different than what BA's timing and responsibility may be with the offense. So I do think we may have an opportunity. I do think that Trent will be there week 1. I think BA may sign before week 1, but he may be week 2 or week 3 before we see BA on the field. So I see mine a little different. Money-wise, Brown would definitely be it, but he's not getting nowhere near CD. We should have went ahead and made a deal if you think he's getting CD money, or we were waiting on CD, because I think CD Lamb's contract going to trip us up in this situation. Pierre, what you think?
I'm probably with you on that, on Trent, as far as getting Trent on the field. I think that's more easier than the Brandon deal done. Definitely we're going to need Trent as far as protection, because Brock needs it. And again, I know it's preseason, but them guys was back in the backfield as soon as we snapping the ball. So we definitely got to have, some more protection on that line. So I think Trent is the most important key to getting him signed first, get him on the field each game and every game of the regular season. So I'm hoping the Brandon deal is done too, but with that happening today, that kind of hurt us. Like you said, that did kind of hurt us, but I definitely think it's going to put some pressure on everybody to get it done. So I'm looking to see it get done tonight, maybe the weekend.
Let me say this. I also say this. I always say this because I think Trent deal is easier. I think Trent deal is simple as this when you walk in the office that, hey, I want to get paid for 3 years. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give y'all 2 more. I want to get paid for 3. I think Trent really just wants a 3rd year for free. Give me my bonus. Give me my 3rd year money up front. I'll give you a chance to build in the draft. teach, mentor, whatever. I'll give you 2. I want 3 years worth of pay. I think his is a simple deal. Maybe an additional 20 million, 30 million, and he's won out of this deal, and he'll go home after these next 2 years. I really think he don't have an ego to be the highest paid guy in the league no more. He don't have an ego to try to get his family set up for the future. I think right now he has a simpler or the more simplistic deal and say, hey, I want 3 years for 2 years. And that's it. I think that's really what it boils down to is, can I get, my bonus up front? That's it.
I'm going to stick and say what I've been saying all along. I do not think BA gets a contract. Now, he has one on the table. I think it would be stupid for him not to sign it before the season and just take whatever the 28 million, not 29 million, wherever they're at, and take that money. But I think he's going to be, I guess you could say, stupid, not sign the extension. He's going to put on his 5th-year deal. I totally expected for him to actually start practicing today, just with the understanding of I'm not getting the contract and just practice. I think it's time for him just to practice. He's there. Let's practice. Let's be done. Let's move on. Trent, like I've been saying this whole time, one, obviously, like y'all said, is more important than BA to the team. I do think it's an easier deal to get done. Why is it not done? Who knows? But it's crunch time now. It's game time. I do not see BA missing any games. BA is not. He's rich. He has more money than all of us. But he is not missing. I think his game check will be like $800,000, $700,000 every Tuesday. He's not missing that. BA will be in uniform week 1, come hell or high water, for his $14.9 million. Trent, on the other hand, he paid. He rich. Trent could miss games. I honestly think if they don't pay Trent will retire on us. But it's like, all right, you're not going to pay me? I'll just stay at the crib because it don't matter to them. But I think at some point, which is now, the competitive juices start to flow. And he's going to want to get in the camp, get in there, and start banging around with the boys. But I do think as long as he's in camp, the facility, whatever, because camp is over. So I guess as long as he's in the facility by, I would say, next Saturday, next weekend to get ready for game week, he plays. Trent plays. I think same thing with BA. As long as both of them are practicing by weekend, they both play. And then they both play week 1.
I picked up on something you said, right, about BA and the contract, right now signing the contract. I've been seeing it kind of 2 ways with that, right? One, if I'm BA's agent, I'm telling him, you're going to make some money in these next 2 years because you're going to get $14 million this season, 14.1, give or take, right?
What? That's already signed. He signed that as a rookie.
So that's what I'm saying. So he's going to get that this year, right? They're going to franchise tag you next year.
Correct.
Your franchise tag number is going to go based off of the top 3 comps of this offseason.
Yeah.
So within a year and a half, you're going to make 40-something million. And then obviously we're going to renegotiate to get the contract done. So I look at it that way, like you want to make it bad, you got a chance to make it bad for like a year and a half. But on the other hand, I think the team really is motivated to get it done this season because remember, we got to figure out the money now for Purdy. We got to figure out who we keep him between Ward and Demo, or we keeping them both. Like we got a lot of people coming up. We can't keep the gang can't stay together forever. But we got to have some core people. So I think they're kind of motivated to get it done this season because our front office does a very good job of figuring out what season to play the player the most in their contract and what season to pay them the less because it helps everybody out. So I think they get it done before the season starts. That's our history tells us that, but we've seen crazier things, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, but I think it's the opposite. I think the franchise tag, yes, but it's not for him to stay and play. I think they actually put him on the transitional tag, and then what they do is trade him next offseason. That's just me. But obviously it's going to be him or Debo and all that kind of stuff like that. But let's move on, man. Let's move on. As you all know, we talked about in the beginning, Super Bowl. hangover. Do y'all see that happening, P? Like, do you see us having a Super Bowl hangover? Last time we went to the Super Bowl, in 2019 or whatever, we came back and we got an injury plagued season. And right now, coming out of camp, everybody's hurt. Do you see that carrying on into the season? Do you see some type of Super Bowl hangover? Do you see the Madden curse playing a factor in the season with McCaffrey?
I don't see the Super Bowl hangover, but I do see it's going to be a little tougher for us. I think a lot of players just tired of the back and forth with the contracts, injury prone. So I think Father Time is kind of catching up with us as far as keeping these guys together and making and just bullying everybody like we been doing the past couple of seasons. They're getting a lot more tape on Brock. So I think they're going to be running a lot more defense at Brock. And if BA don't play, I mean, we hoping he's going to play. We hoping there's no mess. But if he's not on the field, man, I take 2 more games back from our 11 game, maybe 10 game season.
Oh man. No, what about any type of Super Bowl hangover? Any Madden curse issues?
No, I think we get back to business. I mean, I think we come out just like we did last year, with the ideal of thinking we could have been in the Super Bowl had Brock not got hurt. I think we come back and play with a vengeance. I think we really just, Christian McCaffrey is an injury that I think we're just trying to keep him caged up until it's time go time. The one thing I can say, which is the benefit to us, I thought that our other 2 running backs ran the ball really well in the preseason. I would love to see
Mason the dog,
man.
Get split up. Mason's the dog, bro.
It ain't just Mason. I mean, I think the rookie that we drafted as well ran the ball fairly well in the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that we can kind of just figure it out where we can kind of have some 2-headed monster going on early in the season just to kind of save us there. My biggest impact when I'm looking at this team, I don't see a Super Bowl hangover. I mean, I really think we got better. I think the addition to Leonard Floyd adds a little bit of juice to the other side. I mean, he has a different motor. He has that Von Miller motor. He doesn't have that Chase Young motor. And I'm not saying Chase is a bad dude. I think when you got guys that are somewhat undersized and just really, really agile, like the Aldon Smith when we had Aldon, when you got those type of playmakers where they can, great at the hips, great hip bend, unlike what Bosa has. Bosa has straight power and a couple moves, but Leonard Floyd has great knee bend, has great waist, great lateral movement. I think having that somebody on that side with that type of juice, that type of energy gives us the ability to be really, really good on defense, despite not knowing when we'll get Greenlaw back, not really understanding what we have in the secondary. And I do think our secondary will be super talented. I think we'll be as talented as we have been probably since the first year Richard Sherman was with us. I know the Super Bowl year, Richard Sherman, was beat up and a little old, but I think this is probably be the better version of the secondary that we'll see this year.
This will be the best we've had in a while.
Yeah, this would be the best secondary since damn Whitner and what's my other boy?
Incorporated.
Deshaun Golson.
Yeah, Golson. Like this will be that. This will be that deal where you'll have Rockman there, you have Green from Florida State having a chance to come in the nickel. You have Demo outside. You have Hufanga coming back and whatever spurring he does. My kid from that came from Michigan. I think we're going to be as talented we have been in the secondary in quite some time, and I think we may draw on some new defenses with that being the case. We may be in some 5-man, a lot of nickel, a lot of dime, just a lot of running around and blitzing from the secondary or the second level. So I'm looking forward to seeing us play. I don't see a hangover. I think, as an idea people are going to talk about as a hangover, being that all the outside drama that we had all year. It's just going to be us clicking. I don't think it's a hangover in the sense of we still got our heads down. It's just everybody trying to get their paper together. Same issue that we had with Bosa coming to camp late, getting that ring rust off, not having those reps on his body. The same thing we have for Trent, and the same thing they're going to say about BA. It's going to happen.
It took Bosa a couple of weeks, though, to work that rust off.
Yeah, but two things. Man. Being on defense, that defense ring rust is real. Like getting used to tackling, getting used to being on the ground, getting those calluses. Because on defense, you got to build up those calluses of hitting every play, hitting all the time to get used to tackling. That is a whole different thing. Being able to turn the corner, just as much as you may practice it, by yourself or alone, it's totally different when you got another man pushing against your force, trying to keep you from getting somewhere. And it takes a little while to kind of get into your thing. At tackle, it may not be as much. You know what I mean? So we'll see the difference there.
That's a good point. What about you, Hype Man? Super Bowl hangover, Madden curse, any of that stuff? You think?
I don't really see no Super Bowl hangover at all. Actually, I think we're gonna be real motivated to try to make this one happen. I think a few of the fellas on the squad know what's ahead of them. Like this might be their last run as a team together, some of them. So I think a lot of them are motivated to get this done. To prove to the team, to prove to the fans, to prove to themselves. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't think it's a hangover. I just think this is a motivation year. Like it's a lot on the line for a lot of them. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about the Madden joint because I ain't trying to put no jinx out there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I just think it's not a hangover yet. I'm with y'all on that.
Yo, I don't think it's a Super Bowl hangover, but I was scared as hell of that Madden curse. Shit. As soon as I saw that cover, I got mad as hell. I even posted it like season over. But y'all know y'all dramatic, so I don't know. But bro, I just don't. Man, listen, I don't like it. I am afraid of the Madden curse. I don't know. I mean, maybe we still can win the Super Bowl and he just be hurt. I mean, I don't know. Mason carry us. I don't know. I don't see a Super Bowl hangover. I definitely don't see that. I agree with that. But I'm a little scared of the Madden curse. Mike is in the comments. He's scared of the Madden curse as well. So shout out to you, Mike. Appreciate you tuning in. For everybody out there, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that like button. If you watch it on Facebook and stuff, hit that share button. Share it to your followers. We appreciate that. Hype Man, you got a Hypecast page or just your personal?
So I got the Hypecast, the Hype Man page on Instagram, but I'm about to unlock everything week 1. So I'm gonna have the YouTube joint, everything gonna be uniform. So kind of was busy last year, but I'm gonna get it done this year though.
Make sure y'all follow. Also, too, for everybody who don't know, we are officially on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So you can listen to the show tomorrow, the next day, share it with your friends. So make sure you guys subscribe on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and you can listen to the show in the car if you can't catch us live right now on YouTube or Facebook or anything like that. So what y'all want to go to next? Y'all want to do offense or defense?
Whatever y'all want to do.
I love my defense.
Let's go to the defense, man. Let's go. I'm going right back to you, Shenard. Defense. Who you got? Breakout player. Who you think is going to step up this year for us on defense?
Breakout player. I'm on Leonard Floyd. I'm gonna put my eggs in the basket with Leonard Floyd. Is gonna have a great year for us. I like that deal of going there, and then I'm gonna also go back to Bosa. I mean, I'm not gonna change what I think we need to do and what we're gonna have success at. I mean, I think our dogs got to eat. They got to hunt. Our dogs got to hunt. So I'm gonna put everything that we got on Leonard Floyd and Bosa. Bosa got to get back to a 19-20 sack season. I think that type of incentive for him with the money that he got paid, I think the opportunities is going to be there for him, having somebody on the other side that's going to create pressure. The kid that we got from at some point from Philly, he got to show up. If you look at what he got paid and what he produced, like he got to show up. He got to show up at some point, or we'll be moving on from him as well. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to be Bosa. Bosa has to make everybody's job along that defensive line an easy one this year. So my breakout player is not really a underlying player. It's a player that we need most for us to be successful. So my money and my hopes and my cheers, we're going for Bosa this year.
Yo, everybody that's in the comments watching us, we want to see your breakout star in the comments, right? On defense, who y'all think is going to be a breakout star for us on defense, right in the comments. What about you, Hype Man? Who you got?
So y'all know I'm a Buckeye, so I could say Bosa. Y'all know that's what I feel is going to be the motor of the team, but I decided to take a different route this year. It's a tie for me. It's a tie for me. I think my breakout players on defense is going to be Demo and D Winters. Demo, I say, this is his year to prove that he's a dog, that he's one of the guys, like he deserved to be here, right? So he gonna play. It's his money year. You're exactly right. It's his money year. So we all know what happens in the money year. Players show out, especially on defense. They head hunting. They trying to intercept everything. they trying to finesse, like they trying to do it all. They trying to put themselves on display. So I think Demo, he had a chip on the shoulder. He want to prove himself this season. And I say D Winters, like watching him during the preseason, man, like I think dude is trying to help us out, you know, with that hole that we have in the middle right now. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's able to learn from the great Fred Warner, All Pro Fred, you know, on how to be great at his position. Learn. It's okay to make mistakes, but you got to make up for it. And you see that. He makes some mistakes. He makes up for it. But he's a solid player. And I think he's going to come big down the stretch when it comes to, like, giving people rest, getting out there. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what type of condition Greenlaw will come back. Hopefully he comes back in tip-top shape. But it might take him a little bit, you know, like Shannon said, you got to go out there and you got to bang against another man, right? You got to get that physicality going within you. So it might take him a little bit. You know what I mean? Right. So I think D Winters, you know, him and Demo, those are my guys that I think is going to have breakout season this year.
Hey.
So piggybacking off of you, Avery, I was gonna go with Greenlaw, but again, you know, coming off of that injury, but I still think he was so hungry in that Super Bowl. I was hoping he's gonna come back with that same energy and, you know, feeling like he let the team down by being, you know, getting hurt or whatever. But so I went in a different direction. I came up with Zaire Brown. So he's gonna be back there with Wufunga, and I think they're gonna work their magic in the back in the secondary. So
okay, Tig, I like Tig.
We'll see how that goes.
That's a good pick right there. It's a good pick.
So I've been all over the place with my breakout star. I'm not sure if I could pick just one.
It's hard.
I think we got our defense is going hard. Listen, when I played football, I couldn't tackle my 3-year-old son. I didn't tackle, but I like defense now. I love defense, and I don't know. This is hard. I think, like, for you to say Bosa needs to bring the breakout star, I was like, well, Bosa's already a star. But he didn't play like that last year. Like, we need him to take over a game. Like Shanar was saying, like, he needs to have minimum 19, 20 sacks. If you go to the second level of the defense, D Winters is going to be my guy. So with Greenlaw out probably mid-season or whatever, Winters is stepping in. He's at a killer OTAs. He's at a killer camp. Everybody's expecting for him to take the next level, the next step. Plus, obviously, Greenlaw is a free agent at the end of this year. So you want D Winters to step up and play, knowing that we'll be able to walk away from Greenlaw after this year and have his replacement already on the squad. And then I can do Jair Brown, but I also like the Demo pick on the outside / Ronaldo Green. I think that rookie's gonna play some major minutes for us when they go to the nickel, like Shanar was saying, or the dom package and Demo move inside. As of now, Green is with the front, getting those front reps on the outside. And in the preseason, he's been somewhat locked down. I think I've only seen him give up one catch or something like that in coverage. Mm-hmm. So, like we said, like Shanar said, this is the most talented secondary. I think you can pick anybody out of the secondary, but it's hard for me to pick just one. I'm not going to front, but I think for us to be successful, it's going to start with Bosa and Fred, and then it goes from there. And then everybody just fill in. But Bosa has to – so if I got to pick one, I think it's going to be Bosa. Bosa has to dominate the game. Like, you know, you get T.J. Watt, you get Myles Garrett. They dominate a game. It's third down, and you need that play. T.J. Watt makes that play. Myles Garrett makes that play. Bosa almost gets there. Fuck that. We can't have that this year. Just almost get there. Oh, they're holding him. No. Like, we need him to get there, get the sacks, make the play, and make it happen. Let's flip it to the offense, though. I'm going to come right back to you, P. We're going to reverse.
You already know. You already know. Nah, man. My boy Debo. His contract coming up. Not next year, but of course he playing for that. Don't know where he's gonna end up. Maybe a year or two. So I think he's working out, man. He's out there in preseason. He's out there in camp. So I think he's hungry. He's got to prove that point of him kind of letting us down in the Super Bowl. His performance in the Super Bowl, and I think he's going to come out real hot this year. So I'm giving it to Debo.
All right,
Switch the number up on us. Hey, it's gonna be a new Debo out there.
Okay.
Senior.
Breakout play on offense, man. It was a tie for me again. I went with Jordan Mason. Reason why I put Jordan.
If he get the ball, if he gets some plays though, that's the thing, man.
Do you think he's gonna get? Do you think, like we was talking about this in the big group chat? Do you think Kyle Shanahan will ever take CMC off the field? Like I don't see him ever, unless he's hurt or he needs a breather. Him coming off the field, no matter how good Jordan Mason is.
I think Kyle Shanahan had some growth this offseason. As we can tell with his hair, right? He letting that shit hang from the back, right? But I think he had some growth this offseason, and he realized, yes, you can use your star player, but you need to give your star player a break. And I think he wanted to do it with Elijah Mitchell, but Elijah Mitchell was always injured. He wanted to rely on him to be that second motor on the offense, but he wasn't there. I think Kyle Shanahan is big on if he can trust you as a player to make good decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Mason makes very good decisions when he runs that ball. Another thing, he can block. You get what I'm saying? So there's a lot of different packages you could bring him into. I do agree with you. If CMC is healthy, he's going to be out there. But I think we learned a lesson that you got to give CMC a break. You just can't ride him all day long. You got to trust Mason. You got to have a second level of a running back out there. And Mason brings a little bit different running style. So when you can change it up, you keep defenses on their heels. They can't prepare. They don't know what the hell's going to happen out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I got Jordan Mason, and my dark horse is Jacob County. That young boy is nice. I think he puts a few of our receivers on the team right now on the bubble. I think there's some names that won't be making it past that 53. I'm just being honest with you, man. I think Gray is on the bubble, and not because Danny Gray on the bubble. He going and I'm not hating on that team up north, but I think Mr. Bell is either gonna be practice squad or he gone. He ain't giving me nothing, man. He too scared. He's too scared out there. He's too timid. Now is your time to show, like, hey, they drafted me for a reason. I don't think he gonna make it, man. So I got County. I didn't pick County.
Hype man, you outstayed your welcome. You went into my part. That's why I'm gonna start at there. I know who it won't be. It won't be Danny Gray. It won't be Trent Taylor. It won't be Ronnie Bell. Listen, it won't be Willis. All them, we need to get rid of all them. Every last one of them offense. They ain't. Man, listen. You do see him at fullback? I seen middle school kids want to block more than him at fullback.
Oh man!
Again, I was gonna put a stamp on Jordan Mason because he did represent the running back room. But since you took Jordan Mason off the field, I'm gonna go with a dark horse myself. I'm gonna go with third and Juwan. I'm thinking in the ideal of third and Juwan is the ideal is Brandon has missed a whole camp. Juwan has had to learn multiple positions during this time. Being that he was a go-to receiver at Tennessee, this may be an opportunity for Juwan to showcase what else he's gonna do. I don't know. It can be the Clowney kid from Georgia. I don't think it can be that kid. I think Juwan should have had the opportunity to kind of show what he can do. My boy Pretty Ricky hadn't been on the field because he's been a tinderbox. Again, this is another opportunity for Juwan Jennings to have an opportunity to be on the field and show what he can do. So my long shot after Jordan Mason will be third in Juwan. I think Juwan Jennings could have a breakout season. I'm thinking anywhere from 5 to 8 touchdowns is a positive season for your third receiver, maybe your fifth option in the offense that we run. But I think anywhere from 5 to 8 touchdowns, maybe 700 yards receiving is a bonus season for your third or fourth option on offense. And I look forward to Juwan having that type of season for us. So he got paid early. He didn't have to go through all the drama. He's where he wants to be. I think when you got a kid that's been the underdog or been overlooked, for quite some time. Maybe you get a breakout year out of him. I know it's gonna be some people they dick blocked in the dirt, but I want to see the man catch a couple touchdowns and have an opportunity to kind of showcase what he can do as a receiver. So that's where my breakout player for offense goes, 30 and
I
Juwan.
like that. I like that, man. That was a good one.
Listen, man, our breakout star on offense, unquestionably, 1,000% has to be Brock Purdy. Brock still has doubters out there, including some in the fan base. I've seen some stupid crap people talking about start Joshua Dobbs or some crap because he's running around in preseason.
I've
But
seen
anyway,
that, yeah.
Those same people that said draft Trey Lance.
Well, no, let's stop. What does Trey have to do with the conversation, bro?
I'm just saying the same people who like what they see from Joshua Dobbs are the same people that play Madden and just snap the ball, drop back 15 yards, and then run around.
Well, look, Brock Purdy has to be this person because you still have the doubters and the haters out there. People want to see him. Can he do it again? Right? So then you have that. He has to do it again.
Again or the third time?
Yeah, it'd be the third time. Had he not got hurt. Yeah.
It'd be the second full season. But at the same time, too, it's going to give us, the 49ers, the media, whoever out there to justify this $50, $60 million he's going to get next season. So he has to come out and think. But also, too, we go as Brock goes. If Brock doesn't play well, we don't win. Go see the Ravens game. Even though I don't think those are all his fault, those interceptions. But you see what I'm saying? So Brock is unquestionably has to be the breakout star. He has to have another monster year, lead the league in pass attempts, yards per game, yards per attempt, all the different kind of things. Throw 30 touchdowns, keep those interceptions under 6 or so, 7 or whatever. And hopefully throw for over 4,000 yards. But I think we threw for 42 or 43 or something last year. Maybe get to 4,500 this year, 30 plus touchdowns. I think it'd be a hell of a year. But I think he has to be the guy that leads us. We go as Brock goes, but I think it has to be Brock. A player to watch that's not going to be a breakout, but like a player to watch. Somebody that you wanted to go to, one person, both sides of the ball. Who's a player to watch? Good or bad? For a good or a bad reason, but what's a player to watch?
Well, I jump in there. Yeah, I jump in there.
We talking offense or defense?
Any side of the ball, just one player to watch.
I was gonna say Brock because with the contract coming up, so you definitely got to keep an eye on him, and he might play a little tight with the contract coming up. He might be playing a little tight because of the naysayers playing in his head. So that's my player to watch. I want to continue to see the same Brock that we've been getting, and hopefully, he just focus on the field and not what everybody's saying on the sideline. So that's my player to watch.
Okay. I tell you who I got, man. I got an offensive player and a defensive player. All right. Offensive player, I'm gonna give you first. Isaac Garando. I probably chopped his last name up.
No,
but
you did good.
I did good. All right, good. But that kid, let me tell you, special teams is something that we have not really done well over the years, right? With this new rule, which I don't like it, but with this new kickoff rule, I think this kid can get us some great field advantage. I watched him run the ball, and he gets it like 30 yards down the field. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like he's easy because he's a running back, so he knows how to hit the holes. I think that's a skill. They talked about it when they made this new rule that skill set players are gonna eat this season with this, right? I think a lot of teams didn't show us what they could actually do with that because they want to keep it, you know what I'm saying? But I just watched this kid just run around. I'm like, yo, he gonna be it. That's gonna be the one to watch because he's gonna help us get great field advantage this season. So that's my offensive player, but special team, but he's a running back, right?
Before you move on, just sit right there in that special team.
Yeah.
Monday night, 2 weeks from now, do you foresee a Debo back there getting kicks? To all three of y'all.
I don't
Do I
see
see Debo?
him. I don't see him being there that early in the season.
I hope the hell not. Oh.
Nah,
I think
I don't
the
want to see
kid.
him.
I think the
don't
kid
want to see
Isaac
him
gonna
back
do
there.
it.
No, so I 100% agree with you, like that. No team in the NFL showed their hand on what they're really going to do. I think the special teams is going to be a major play this year. I think if you're a better, the scores are going to be higher because the field position, I think it's going to be a lot more returns. So take the overs, everybody.
Mhm.
But I actually do think Debo will be back there Monday night against the Jets returning kickoffs.
I hope
He's
not.
talked about it. He's wanting to do it. And I think we will see maybe CMC back there. Like I think we're gonna see some major guys on our team and across the league returning kickoffs this year because it's gonna turn out to be a major play. I think it's gonna become a major play in the NFL this year. But go to your defense. Your defense is gotta watch.
My defensive side, my player to watch is gonna be Malik Mustafa. And
Hey man, somebody get this man off the show.
Charlotte,
God, dang.
Charlotte boy, Charlotte boy.
let me tell you about that
Charlotte
kid,
boy.
man. First of all, you know that dude is a monster, man. Let me tell you. I think having Deshaun Golston on our coaching staff, right? I think that is going to be huge for a player like Malik Mustafa. The kid plays violently. He's violent and he's aggressive. That's our football. And our defensive coordinator, that's his brand of football. Takeaways and play with extreme violence. Everybody's saying Hufanga is going to come back. I don't know if he's going to come back if Malik Mustafa is playing like he's projected to play. This kid, we seen him in the preseason. We see him lay that lead at somebody. You know what I mean? The wood, whatever you want to call it. They call it the Lumber Brothers, right? The wood. That's what the Hulk Incorporated and Hitler did, right? They laid the wood. So I think on defense, Malik Mustafa is going to be the one to watch. That's what I think.
So go ahead, Lord. I like him a lot, but right now
my bad, Nard.
You know, read your mind up there, Nard.
I know you got more to talk about. Come on, man.
Hey, when you said the name, I said, "Oh, there it is, right there."
Oh man.
I mean, you guys know I've been craving about the kid all year. I mean, I think he has a hell of a story, being a zero-star athlete coming out of high school, going to Wake Forest and making himself to potentially being a part of this 53-man roster. I mean, I think the kid plays with piss and vinegar. We say it all the time over here. His kid play with a different attitude, a different fire. And it ain't about the money. It's the love of the game. It's about dominating the man across from you. The kid plays with all that every snap he plays. The kid didn't let the opportunity slip through his hand. He took advantage of his opportunity, not only just because he's a Charlotte kid. I think a kid, his story says that he ain't been given a silver spoon. He got it out the mud. You know, if you go and commit to Wake Forest, you plan on being at the bottom of the ACC most days. And the kid got himself on the radar and figuring out if he was a 4-star, 5-star, maybe he goes to Alabama, maybe he goes to LSU and sits for 2 years and plays as a junior, maybe plays as a senior or gets seen at junior day or senior day and have a chance to come up through the ranks that way. No, that's not what happened. The kid went in and put in work every freaking day. And this is the results of it. And I want to see this kid. I'll be this kid's biggest cheerleader beside. Everybody knows I'm a root for Brock every day, all day. After Brock Purdy, Malik will have all my cheers and praises. So I'll be, in San Francisco game 1, and I can't wait to see him come out and take the field. I want to see this kid dominate, not just on this in special teams, because I think that's where he's going to get his first chance to show who he is. But I think he's going to have some opportunity on defense. And when that missile comes, it's going to be some explosion somewhere with somebody with a ball. And I look forward to seeing this kid play this year. But thank you, Hype Man, for taking my thunder. I couldn't even get excited about it like I wanted.
My bad.
He's his coverage though, but right now they actually have him. I guess you would say 3rd on the depth chart behind Odom. So if Hufaga's not ready to go, Odom would actually be the starter with Jair Brown, but I do think he would see the field and be on the field and I'll eventually take over the starter spot. I think they're saying he's missing some coverages and stuff like that. But my player to watch, man, believe it or not, as y'all know, I'm the president of the Jake Moody fan club.
Come on,
And,
man.
Come on, man. That
the
team
player
up
to
north.
the player to watch is Jake Moody.
Ah,
Because it's time
this
to put
guy.
y'all doubters and stuff like that to bed. But he also needs to have a solid second season. He needs to not miss too many kicks or any kicks at all. He needs to get hot going into the playoffs. Because we're gonna need his leg. And like I've been saying, eventually he will win us games, a lot of games off that leg. And he just needs to get more and more comfortable and stuff like that. Go ahead, Shannon. What you got to say? I see you wasn't trying. Come back, baby. Jake Moody, baby. Let's
Did he
go,
miss
Jake.
any? Did he miss any for the preseason?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
That's all I want to know. My
Yes,
bad.
he did. And somebody told me it's just a preseason, guys. A kicker doesn't have a preseason. A kicker
They
doesn't
got
have a
one
preseason.
job. Got one job.
There's not a preseason for a kicker. He's supposed to be accurate all the time.
All the time.
My man Jake is accurate. For everybody watching, man, give us y'all players to watch in the chat, man, please. But Jake Moody is my player to watch. He's my player. Jake Moody is that dude. I'm the president. There will be no Jake Moody slander on the show, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or even TikTok.
Hey,
And when I'm there,
somebody roll back the tape where he said there'd be no Trey Lance slander on the show, on the TikTok. We're just gonna keep running loops of what you said. Ain't gonna be no slander all the bad players you choose.
Oh man.
man,
So,
listen, man.
I'm glad there's no footage of me talking about Quentin Patton, man. I thought QP was gonna be that boy.
He just want to dance.
That's all
He just want to dance. He just want to be a capper and dance. That's all he want to do.
Man.
Listen, man, everybody out there, man, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, that share button. Show us some love out there. Also, subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify or wherever you get your audio podcast from. You'll be able to catch this episode there. So here we go.
Have an iPhone for Apple, hype man. Never mind. Go ahead, keep going.
Team Samsung, baby.
With a big game starting 2 weeks, season starting in 2 weeks, big game Monday night, records. Where do you see the 49ers regular season record ending? How many games do we win this year? Hype man.
Shania, sure you want me to go before you? Nah, I got us. Honestly, I got us going 12-4. 12-4. Okay. I looked at our schedule and I broke it down, right? I was like,
13-4 or thing. It's an extra game now, a 17th game.
17 game.
I got 12-4. That's what I got. I'll break it down to you. Let me see. I got us beating the Jets. Got us beating the Vikings. Got us beating the Rams, Patriots, and the Cardinals. I got our first L coming against the Seahawks. Mm-hmm. I just think I know it's the news look Seahawks, but Seattle has always been a tough environment for us to play in. No matter how good our team is, it's just always been that environment that like we fall asleep in that game. But I got us losing to Kansas City as well. Okay. But I got us bouncing back against the Cowboys. We beat the Buccaneers. We beat Seattle. Green Bay. I thought long and hard about this game.
I'm gonna put the schedule up on the screen. Go ahead.
I think we lose to Green Bay. But we bounce back against the Bills. We beat the Bears, the Rams, the Dolphins, and we lose back-to-back against the Lions and the Cardinals.
That's not 12-5?
Let me see. That's what I said, 12-5.
No, you said 12-4.
12-5.
You got 12-5? Ooh.
12-5.
All right.
I think we lose against the Lions, right? I think it's like the end of the season.
You crazy. That's gonna be hot.
Listen, I was in the stands at that NFC Championship game. Listen to me, Jack. I was shell shocked. I couldn't stand up. My wife is screaming face. You supposed to be a faithful. Get your ass up. I said, I'm a realist. We got our ass stumped. And it was a row of Lion fans. I mean, they was talking big shit. But we came out in the second half and I woke up. But it's something about Detroit build their team like we build ours. You know, it's something to say about that. They looked at our recipe and they cooking it right now. You know what I mean? But it's just the last 2 games of the season. Look what happened to us against the Ravens. We should have came out and whooped the Ravens' ass in that game.
Right.
And we played so flat. Holiday time, last couple games of the year, we already like we in the playoffs. We ain't really thinking about it. I think that's what's going to happen to us this year at the end of the season. Lions, Cardinals. Cardinals is the last game of the season. That game ain't going to really matter to us at that time. I believe we already made our playoff spot. But I think we take an L to the Lions.
All right. So now what you got?
I'm gonna say 12-5. I would not dare give the other fan bases a chance to say that I said that they was gonna beat us. 12-5 is also the record that I gave us this year. Even with a 12-5 record, that is not a Super Bowl hangover for us. I think 12-5 gets us easily into the playoffs. I don't know if we'll be battling for a number 1 seed this year. But we will be 12-5 is what I gave. I don't know if I think we got to take the hard road this year. I think the front half of our season, are a lot of winnable games, but also this front half of the season is going to be a slow start for us. There are 2 3-game roadblocks that are in our schedule. You figure them out for yourself. Once again, I won't give anybody any bulletin board material to say that I went against my team. However, I do say 12-5 is our record this season. Does Cal outcoach himself, i.e. Super Bowl?
All the
Can't
time it
outcoach
seems like.
yourself. Like you can't overthink or sophisticate the game plan. Sometimes it's the easiest part of what to do. On the second part, I need to make sure that this defense, just because we had a talent, I seen this just last week in high school football. Just because you have all the talent don't mean you win. Some people are better coached. We have a new defensive scheme, a new defensive coordinator this year. How are the kids going to respond? How much is going to be carryover from last year? How much is going to be him, lighting a fire with the defense, getting the best out of Bosa, creating opportunities for him to get one-on-one? You know what I mean? How aggressive are we going to be based on the secondary? We all think that we have great secondary play. We're going to have a better secondary we had before. How many times are we going to gamble with that? You know what I mean? So those are the things that I think that we're going to have learning. That's where the learning curve is going to start with us taking chances, how aggressive we're going to be, learning what type of defense we're going to be, and can he motivate the guys to be guys? Can we motivate those all pros to be all pros? Can we motivate those guys that's in contract years or guys that have gotten paid to perform after they already gotten paid? Like that is where we are in this process. And I'm glad we're young in the secondary because I think those guys will be a little bit laser focused on learning what's in. They don't have a whole lot of bad habits. We don't have a whole bunch of bad old guys in there with bad habits. We got a lot of new guys that we can kind of shape them to be what Niner football is supposed to look like. With Jair Brown, with Hufanga hadn't played a lot because of the injury, with Malik. Those 3 safeties all being, I don't see Odom really being in the lineup after the game after week 3. That's my guess. But I think with everybody else I think we got a young secondary. They can kind of figure it out. Our corners are interchangeable. Yeah, we got Mooney Ward and we got Demo, but I think at the end of the day, we got a young kid in Green that we're going to play a lot of nickel coverage with. With that being that young of a secondary, how aggressive are we going to be? If y'all remember when we lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, this season the Chiefs won the Super Bowl versus the Eagles, how young they were in the secondary. Last year, a lot of those guys were second-year guys that won, a second Super Bowl, right? So I think this is our opportunity to kind of get some youth in there, have the old guys kind of mentor them, but have them play at that super fast speed, be laser focused, and learn the game at a better clip. And we just kind of make sure that we're on task. So it's a lot going to go to the defense coordinator this year, making sure he can balance the stupidity that Cal going to do this year.
Ooh.
For everybody that's watching, drop your how many games will win your prediction or the record in the chat. P, we coming to you.
All right, I'm gonna keep mine short. I see us losing 4 games.
So
Yeah,
13-4.
I'm not gonna name them. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I can see 4 games getting by us, at least 4.
Y'all putting me on the island because I named the teams. I see how
Yeah,
this
Man,
is. I see how
I
this
don't like
is.
other fan
Okay.
bases that much to tell them that I believe they can beat us.
Well,
that's
look,
like saying y'all got us.
I
Y'all
was I
better
was
than
on
us.
with the dude from the Eagles. What's his name, man? Maniac Malloy, right? I was on his podcast, right, with Bet Parks, right out here at the casino. And I made a bold prediction. I told him we was gonna kick the Eagles' ass that game last year, and I told him exactly what the score is gonna be. It was all over Philadelphia. The score was right. It was accurate. I missed it by like 2 points or something. But you know what I mean? I'll be on the island. Come on, bro. Give me something.
13-4. 13-4. The one thing I will say the tough part about our schedule is that we play the Chiefs. When we play the Chiefs are coming off a bye. When we play the Cowgirls are coming off of a bye. When we play the Bills are coming off of a bye. Take that for whatever it may be.
Like
but
homecoming. It's like a homecoming game.
Yeah, so 13-4. 13-4. 13-4. We're gonna win the West. We'll be the 1 seed in NFC. Everything still runs through the Bay. I don't care. I don't care shit about no Packers being some sexy pick. I don't care shit about the Lions being some sexy pick. They can't beat us. They can't fuck with us. We beat them both head to head. And so until you beat us, you can't fuck with us. 13-4. That's it. End of the day. What about some bold predictions for the season? Any type of bold prediction that you guys that you may have on the season? What you got?
Christian McCaffrey for MVP.
You think he gets it this year? He has another season like last year?
Yep.
You know,
Christian
that's a quarterback award.
Christian McCaffrey for MVP.
All right. Hype, P, what y'all got?
I hadn't even got that far yet, but yeah, go to Hype. Let me think of something right quick.
I'm like Nard. I want to tie. I said CMC or Purdy for MVP. I think Purdy might edge him because I think this is the year where all the naysayers are gonna be, all right, yeah, he one of the guys right now. I think he's gonna have a special year this season. But CMC, like Nard said, CMC can make it very easily if he has a breakout year like he did last season. He had a phenomenal season last year. But if Purdy does what he need to do, I think Purdy might edge him out, man. If you ask me.
P.
Oh man. So yeah, I go with Brock, man. I go with Brock shutting down the people. Finally getting his just due, give him his flowers while he here. Yeah. Time to put all the naysayers to bed. So I can go with Brock this year, man.
I'm gonna give you another one because since you got buying time, Debo go over 1,000 yards receiving this year.
Oh man.
You know what? You might be right. I don't know if this past game on Friday, he went downfield for a catch. And we don't normally see him go that far downfield. Like he'll go 10 yards out, 15 yards out. He actually went some yards out and caught that one. I was like, oh, he might be working on something. So you might be right, Nard. You might be
Debo
right.
for 1K. That's what I'm going with. Debo for 1K.
Okay.
My bold prediction
Don't you
is
dare
that we finally get 6 this year. We win the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
And Brock Purdy is the first $70 million a year person in the NFL. He signs the contract this offseason.
Man,
70 million. Listen, man.
I
can't have my
size. You say 70? Woo,
I cannot have my season tickets go any higher. He ain't good. We don't need him to get no 70 million. They breaking my pockets, man.
70 million. Brock Purdy after winning, taking us to the Super Bowl. $70 million quarterback in the NFL, man.
Whew.
With that said, man, appreciate you, Hype Man, for joining us tonight on this episode, man.
Man, I appreciate
Anything
y'all.
you want to say to the people, man, before we get out of here?
First, I want to shout out my Whistle Game family, man. I really appreciate y'all. I love when y'all have me on here, man. It's a good time, Faithfuls, enjoy this vacation coming up this weekend. Get season ready. It's going to be a good one. We start off Monday Night Football, you know what I'm saying, at the crib. I would love to be out there with y'all, but listen, man, my tickets sold. Listen, my tickets sold the day the schedule dropped. I got one game left, and that's about to sell tonight. So, my dad's a Jets fan. He was like, I thought you was taking me to the game. I said, yo, man, listen, money talk. We're going to watch it at the crib. We're going to watch it at the crib. But no, I appreciate y'all, man. Definitely have me back this season. I'd love to be here with y'all, chop it up again. You know what I mean? You guys y'all my brothers, and thank you for doing what y'all do.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate the love, baby.
To the people.
I hear you say, okay, go ahead, Pierre. Sorry.
P, I know Shanard has something to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Shanard close it out. Hey man, I just appreciate you being on here with us, man, showing us love, and everybody watching. Keep helping us grow this thing, and continue to share it. Show some love. Help put us on. You know what I'm saying? We got some good content. We got good hosts. We got a great host. We got a good cast on here. We just need to, keep growing this thing, and that's all we're gonna keep doing. And for the first time, you actually gonna see all three of us in the Bay, man, at the same time. That's gonna be epic. That's gonna be epic, baby.
That's what's
Joe
up.
better get ready. We coming. Tell Abel 408 we coming. We gonna burn that shit down Saturday night. We coming. Matter of fact, I had a text. When we watching the games that Sunday morning. Go, Shana. I know you got a bunch of stuff. Go ahead, man.
Nah, I probably should real quick. One, listen, appreciate the prayers for me and my family during that, the tough summer months. Was a tough one for us, holding on every day. We still kind of making it through. So appreciate all the prayers from coast to coast. I appreciate that. Two, we partied all summer. Everybody who partied with us, I love meeting new, friends and family, Niner fans from all over, South Carolina, California, South Carolina, Georgia came in. That came to Virginia. Y'all came down, seeing everybody over the summer in Jackson, Mississippi, coming here to Charlotte to Niner reunion here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Just all over. I enjoy, meeting new people, telling you about your 49 experience. We're going to come out to California. We get there on Saturday. We're going to bring 300 whistles. We passing them out. Make sure you find us. Make sure you locate us. The whistles going to be there, ready to go. When I say we're going to be loud, we're going to be loud as hell. So when you see us coming to the party, you know where to check in. So the whistles coming. Just make sure you check in with us. Like, again, we check in on Saturday. We ain't leaving the Tuesday. Make sure you get your whistles. Hit our inbox. Let us know where we going. We going to act the fool when we get out there. Once again, straight out from Charlotte, North Carolina. We coming all the way to the West Coast. We don't plan on sleeping. So if you need to go to get a babysitter, you need to go ahead and do what you need to do. We coming outside all year long. And y'all don't know.
Brad was like, what are you talking about? I'm getting some sleep.
If y'all don't know, hey, Jackson, Mississippi, how we do.
Oh, man.
Hey, we the outside boys. Y'all don't know the backstory. That's how all this got started. But, man, listen, we just appreciate you guys tuning in, giving us the support. Remember, hit that subscribe button and like and share. Remember, you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any other place you may get your podcast from. But we will definitely be there. But we will be back next week with a game preview episode against the Jets. So be on the lookout for that. Other than that, What's the Game podcast, man? We out. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody.
Appreciate y'all, man. Let's